Be positive.
Be positive.
You know, I like to think of positive as being optimism versus pessimism. And I like the saying I heard one day, which is, you know, optimism may not guarantee success, but pessimism will guarantee failure. You know, being positive is a way to invest in that energy. We have an exercise called the emotional battery exercise,
right,
which has to do with, you know, you've got to fill your mind with those things that are motivating, that are inspirational, those things that make you feel good about yourself, your relationships. Because if you don't, then you contaminate your own environment. You contaminate the pool of life that you swim in. And, you know, it's really easy to get down on yourself. It's not that optimism will guarantee that you win, but certainly pessimism will drag you down. Rule number 2.
Love yourself without being indulgent.
And what do you think we mean by indulgent?
Living to excess is what I think indulgent means. Overdoing it, maybe living beyond your means, not being appreciative of what you have in your life.
We have so many clients that come through our clinic of all socioeconomic statuses, if you will. Some are homeless, some are wealthy. But one thing we found is that when people are too indulgent and they abundantly fill their lives with too many toys,
stuff,
they lose themselves and they lose a grasp for what is real. You know, last week we talked about Angela Adams, the world-renowned, world-famous black and white photographer. And we mentioned that, you know, simplicity and form are the basics by which a photograph can be enjoyed. Relationships are the same way. When we become overindulgent in too many toys, too many trinkets, too many automobiles or toys or TVs, LEDs, you name it, computers, we tend to forget the quality of the relationship truly is based on two humans interacting in a way that we call collaborative.
That's right.
Commandment number 3, be forgiving. You know, the one thing about forgiveness is that it's a way of clearing your mind of all those harbored negative energies. You can't live life filled with memories that are profoundly filled with those violations that people have had against you, filling your life with grudges. You know, when we forgive, we're actually releasing ourselves of all those negative energies.
Yes, we are.
You don't forgive for the benefit of the other person. You forgive for the benefit of yourself.
Right.
Okay? And commandment number 4.
Keep your life balanced. Balanced. When I looked at this one, I was thinking of what we call the 3 C's, which are children, chores, and career. And I'll explain each of those. But those 3 C's take up the majority of our waking time. In a given day, in most of our week.
Our little girl was in bed with us last night at 1:30.
Yeah, she came over.
Careers, children, and chores.
Yeah, so children really have to do with the raising of the family, the nurturing, the managing of children to get them launched. Keeping that balance so that you're not too consumed in your career, that you're not overly consumed in your children or chores. You know, we've seen families, moms and dads, that stayed together even though the relationship was awful because they thought they were doing it for the kids.
Right. We've seen relationships stay together because one partner was the breadwinner that made all the money, and as a result of that strong financial value from that career, that relationship continued when in fact it was out of balance. And then chores, you know, we can become so consumed with the maintenance of life that we forget that life is meant to be experienced, not maintained. The yard is important, but it's not so important that it should take away from those pleasures in life.
Well, we have a friend who actually lost his marriage because he couldn't stop with the house that he built for his wife. Yep. He could not get off of the list and just let go of some of the flaws or the
he subcontracted everything
stuff.
To the point of having night lights up at nighttime so he could work on the painting of the exterior of the house.
Which is chores being out of balance.
Number 5 of the 10 Commandments of Wholeness, which is take time to meditate and pray. You know, I like to remind people that prayer is a request to a dimension outside the one you live in to affect the one you live in. It's interesting, and sometimes we have to think about that. But when we meditate and we attempt to put ourselves in that serene place, when we attempt to rid ourselves of all those thoughts of the material world and present ourselves to that quiet serenity, we discharge all that negative energy. You know, that idea that there is a better place, that there is a vision, there is something beyond this that is there, and we just got to freely find it and achieve it through that presence of peace.
Right.
The sixth of the 10 Commandments of Wholeness is?
Listen closely to whatever message your body has for you.
And
so we were talking about this earlier. I liked your idea, which is, eat when you're hungry and sleep when you're tired, because that is your body telling you, what's going on with it in very basic, quiet ways.
In today's topic, as you will find out, we're going to be talking about stress today. That's our topic for today as we work through our hour with you on the radio tonight. But when people are stressed, they can feel the clamminess of the oily skins. They can feel their blood pressure and their heart rate. They can feel the desettledness, the unsettledness of their mind and their body, their mind spinning, their physiology, their metabolism so spooling up. Read those messages. Get in touch with those messages and learn to quiet down. Commandment number 7, if you will, look for humor and joy in every situation. I had recently where someone that is a client of ours used this in practice. They were actually late for a wedding that they were going to attend, and the rain had come down. The car had broke. They had a busted tire, and as they got to the wedding, he's drenching wet. His shirt sleeves are up to his elbows, and he's just putridly filthy dirty because of what he went through. But he's telling the story how he had to climb out the window because he didn't want to open the door because the water would come in as the cars were passing because there was so much rain. As he tells the story of how they got to the church and ran in, and they're soaking wet and they're grimy and they're dirty and they're using paper towels, people were dying laughing. They thought it was the funniest thing they've ever heard. And we have to try to reconstruct many of those things that have happened in life and turn that positive energy onto getting rid of the black book memory and making it a white book memory that promotes joy and laughter.
Right.
Number 8 of the 10th commandment.
Breathe deeply.
Breathe deeply. When you fill your chest with a deep breath and you let that air out and you find that relaxation, you rejuvenate the mind, the body, and your presence, and just that relaxing peacefulness of just enjoying that simple.
Well, it is the beginning of that meditation. It is that beginning of that just release, and it's very simple. If you don't have time to meditate and pray, you probably have time to take the deep breath. The ninth,
if you will, dream yourself to health. The idea that you can, in your mind's eye, find that place that is not here but there, that place that's perfect, that place that gives you that total relaxation. That's what's interesting about this notion of meditation and prayer and this idea of dreaming yourself to health. As you rid yourself of all of these outside thoughts and you picture yourself in that pleasant place, your body responds.
Yeah.
Your body responds in positive healing processes that rejuvenate you. And then finally, number 10.
Number 10. Know that healing comes from within. Isn't
that sort of mentioned previously in these other ideas? But the idea that the outside world can never heal the inside. The inside's got to work to the outside. And so as you have that notion of optimism, as you have that idea of serenity and peace and prayer, that dimension outside the one you live in to the one you live in, you start to find those energies inside of you that you never knew you had.
That's right.
And as you feel those energies go to work and you see that prosperity unfold in your life, it's a true rejuvenation as you reconstruct yourself and rid yourself of all those energies, negative energies. Hey, that's our 10 Commandments of Wholeness for tonight.
Which is our Strive to
300.